Just talk about Coachella, bro. How was
Yeah.
Coachella? How was your Coachella experience 2024?
Dude, Coachella was amazing. Like, I know the weeks ramping up to Coachella, I think that it was really funny because I know I watch all your posts, I watch all your videos, and you're right. Like, there was so many people hating on the lineup. And I'm like, dude, like, once you get to Coachella, you're not going to complain.
Yeah.
Like, I knew, like, no matter what, I could always say it's a weak lineup, but really, like, the headliners, it's just to each his own, like, it's very, it just depends if you're a fan of the headliners or not. But the undercard's always stacked up. I look at Coachella as like a discovery festival. I discover so much new music from Coachella. Like, that's where I saw Kendrick Lamar for the first time. That's where I saw the hologram, Tupac hologram, it wasn't new to watch Tupac, but it was new to watch a hologram.
Yeah.
And now if I were to see a hologram ever again, like Eric Pride's last year, I'm like, whoa, dude, like I saw and then now this year we had that AI character.
Hatsune Miku, yeah.
Hatsune Miku.
I heard she wasn't a hologram though.
It wasn't?
That they just had her like an LED screen.
Really?
Yeah, people were expecting the hologram, but I heard it was still fun. I didn't get to see it because it was pretty close to Peso Pluma, so I couldn't watch it.
Dude, Peso Pluma, like, I can't. There's so many. You got some good seats. I mean, you got close. You got so close, and you keep like with Bad Bunny. You got that close too. Like hit your camera.
Both weekends, I got to record him going down the little middle strip.
Yeah.
Weekend one. Well, I saw him both weekends.
Yeah.
I camped out. Oh, we went to see Bizarre Rap at the Sahara, and then we had to walk all Bizarre the way to the main stage. And then we were like on the left side, and then on weekend two, I went to see Lil Uzi all the way. I went to the front of the.
He was turned up.
Front to the screen, so I watched Lil Uzi from the front, right, because it was already so full. And then once Lil Uzi ended, all the people leaving, we just like went in there. And then for Peso Pluma, we were in the front pit, like the middle pit of the front of the stages. I hadn't actually been there in so long, actually, in the front of the stage.
It's such a different experience. Like, because there's like, if you walk around Coachella and you go as much as you do, and I go a lot too, just not nowhere near as much as you've gone before. But you see all the different types of Coachella goers. Like, there's different categories.
Yeah.
Like, you see, like, the people that are kind of passed out with their phone that, like...
Hasn't got stolen
rookies. Yet. No, just kidding. No, yeah, it hasn't got stolen yet. Yeah. And, like, sometimes there's the people that are just, they just want to sit on a blanket, like, far away and just watch the screens. And just listen to the music, kind of like a concert in the park.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, and everything is grass. You could be chilling, or like in the beer garden. You just sit down, you're watching the show. I like to watch the shows. There's certain shows I like to get in there.
Yeah.
But usually by like the headliner, I'm always like pretty tired, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna enjoy it,
For sure. And in like, there's definitely those artists that you want to be in the trenches, like with everyone that knows the lyrics, like singing it out loud, like
that's the best experience, no matter what the genre is. You gotta find ways to get to the front, or find. It also depends on the kind of music, because like hip hop, that maybe there's gonna be mosh pits. Rock bands, there's gonna be mosh pits.
Yeah,
but then there's more mellow music, or there's some dancing music. Everyone around you is dancing.
You kind of taught me about mosh pits a little bit.
Oh yeah, Power Trip.
About Power Trip, because I never knew about the weather of the storm. And if you've never ever been in a mosh pit before, it acts like a weather system, and there's always an eye of the storm where it's nice, and usually. Like, there's an eye of the storm. Some of them don't have an eye.
Some of them don't. No, that one, it's because Power Trip was so massive. I had never been in such a big mosh pit. It was the whole field.
Yeah, I was like, there's no safe place.
There was a mosh pit on the left side, a mosh pit on the right side of the whole polo fields. And then people were just running in circles. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and once it was one of those things where I was kind of like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go and do it. I saw like little like kids marching. I saw like like short, like 5'2" girls, like walking, like marching,
Old
like
dudes
just,
too.
yeah,
There's
like
emojis in
and
there.
I'm like, how am I not? Like, it's kind of like when there's a scary ride at like Magic Mountain, and you see like a little kid come off of it, and you're like, okay, I can't be scared to go on this ride. This little kid's gonna school me on going on big old like scary rides. I'm gonna get in this mosh pit.
Yeah, it's
know?
it depends. Like you could also be right outside the mosh pit just to see it, but you don't have to be in it. You know?
Yeah, and
But
it's
it's always around the mosh pit is fun because it's energy, bro. It's just
pure.
what we're saying, 8 fucking people listening to fucking drums.
Yeah, and just like hitting you, but like picking you, like knocking you out, like on the floor, then picking you up at the same time.
Yeah.
And you're like, you just like, what? You knocked me down,
Did
and
you
then
see
they
during Metallica they were burning T-shirts.
oh, they were
throwing fire
burning
on
T-shirts.
themselves.
They were knocking penguins on the ground. It was crazy. It was nuts.
We haven't talked about Parcher that much because it just happened so fast.
Ah,
and
that's
it was
true.
Then it was the holidays and Halloween and all that
Yeah.
shit. But Parcher was crazy.
Yeah, I just had to go back to the origin story of you introducing me to mosh pits. I mean, I've seen mosh pits like from far away before, but like I didn't really get in them.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like, oh, you know, like I don't want to.
Yeah, I remember Ricardo was there, you were there,
Yeah.
Alex.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys were all scared. I'm like, no, it's fine. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I had to wait till the song ended. I'm like, all right, the song ended. All right, hurry.
Yeah, and then we're kind of like playing Frogger, like trying to get across while
Before it started.
Yeah, and then I got in the eye first, and then I was like, okay, this is a safe spot. And then after that, I just kind of started getting involved, and then it just was crazy.
Yeah,
But-
mosh pits was fun. I didn't really get into Do you get? What about for Deftones? Do you get into mosh pits for Deftones?
So, it's funny because with Deftones, like now, if no one knows, I don't know if anyone knows, but Deftones is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
I used to do like street teaming for them, like in LA, and I worked on. There was an album, Saturday Night Wrist. That was the one that I worked on, where I would go out and there'd be these crowds at festivals, and I would throw posters out and
For Deftones?
Yeah, for Deftones.
So you did that for them?
Yeah, so like we'd get like a T-shirt and we'd throw it out, and then we would do like I had like a megaphone one time. Somebody brought one. I didn't have my own megaphone, but I had like a megaphone, and I was like, "Does anybody know like this trivia question?" You know, like I'll say, "What's their third album?" Blah blah blah, and people would like, and I go, "You," and then they would answer, and then I was like, "All right, you're right," and then we give them a poster or some kind of like
that's sick.
stickers or something, and that's while we were waiting for them to set up like on the stage. They had like a K-Rock festival. They went to like Virgin Records and I would go to every single thing, and it was really fun. And it was just nice to see them at Coachella because it was their first time doing Coachella.
When was this? When you were doing this? Like what year was it?
This was 2000 and I want to say it's 2007 maybe.
Oh,
So it was a long time ago.
And
It
you
was
never
a-
kept in contact? Who were you working with at the time to get that opportunity?
Yeah, so basically it started off as a really regular thing. It started off as Facebook put a post. And, actually, it could be MySpace. It could be MySpace, guys. I'm sorry, I'm that old. But someone put out a post. It was actually their management company. They were managed by a group called Velvet Hammer. And Velvet Hammer was like working with another company called Streetwise. It was like they would advertise and throw like, they'd give people swag and stuff like that. Anyways, the way the opportunity happened is they made a contest. They said, whoever wants any Deftones posters, we have a contest. If you have a digital camera and you have they wrote down like a little list of everything you need to participate. So I showed up to the address. And then I looked on the walls, and they had like System of the Down, Scars on Broadway, Cypress Hill. They had Deftones albums, everything on the wall. I'm like, this is legit. It was on Pico Boulevard. And I went in there, and they're like, Adam, come over here. And like they saw my because they saw my picture on MySpace or whatever. Yeah. And they're like, they knew who I was. They're like, come over here, I want to show you something. So they had like a big stack of posters. And then they had stickers, and they're like, okay, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go out. I need you to put these posters up places, and like I need you to take pictures, and we need to take a minimum of 25 pictures. And they said, and then you're going to turn them into us, and we're going to put them in the special book for the band so they could look at it and see what we're doing and stuff. So I went out. I went to all the best places. I went to Sunset Boulevard. I went to Venice. I went to Santa Monica. I went to the beach. I went to dirty downtown LA train tracks with graffiti in the background and put like the posters everywhere. I took 500 pictures.
Oh,
they were like, what the like they didn't know what I was like. They were like,
you went hard.
I did, and I put it on a disc, and I was like so crazy. I was just so addicted to it. Like I loved it. I just was I had pictures of people holding the pictures, and so then so later on they had another contest, and then they invited me to a listening party at like Maverick. Maverick was their record company, and it was inside of a room that I think was in a music video. I don't know. It kind of looked familiar, and it looked very similar to their Change video, but I don't know if that's the same place. And we all sat in there. A bunch of Deftones fans were in there, and we listened to music, their new album, before anyone else heard it.
That's so sick.
Kind of like what you did with Kanye, right?
The listening experience.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And then they later on they contacted me and said, we want to make you a captain of the street team. And I said that would be awesome. So I started to organize like people together and like get people to. I would send people like who wants to go to this event with me. Send me a message, and then these people would come, and then we'd only allow a certain amount, but we would come in because we have to get like wristbands and tickets and all that stuff, and then you have to come in, and then like for example, like I got to go to Rock the Bells one time, which I don't think Deftones played in it. I was doing something for Cypress Hill, and they had me wave this big giant Cypress Hill flag, and then security made me get rid of it because it was like dangerous metal. Yeah. And they told me I had to take it back, so I went in the backstage and put it back, and then came back, and I was like,
so you were just basically part of the street team. For how long did you do that?
Honestly, like it was only for a couple of years, and then I moved out here. I even tried to keep it going out here, but it was really difficult because like the desert, just not a lot was happening.
Yeah.
And so they kind of just, you
just lost contact with
them. We kind of just lost contact. And
you should hit him up right before Coachella.
I want to.
Like, yo, I'm going to be at Coachella.
I know. And like I have a bunch of autograph stuff like from the whole time I was.
So that was your experience since you did that all those years ago, seeing Deftones at Coachella?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like honestly.
Where were you? Where were you? Like,
so I was to the right of the stage, and I was pretty close too. I was pretty close, but like to the right and kind of close to like this right speaker.
Okay.
And I did watch a little bit their first time on TV on YouTube, but I didn't really get to watch it because I was working. So this was nice to be able to pay fully attention to it. And when you see the band members, like it's crazy because it just brings back these nostalgic memories of like hanging out with them. Like there's a couple times backstage we got to hang out, and it was only at a couple little shows. I didn't get to do that all the time because they have their own friends and stuff. And I was like, dang, like I remember when this person was in the band and this person was alive and this person was doing this, and it was so awesome to watch them there because I've always, whenever they ask you the survey on like who would you like to see at Coachella, I always put Deftones on there, and it's crazy that it kind of manifested itself because they've never played Coachella, and then on top of that, Crosses has played Coachella, which is Chino's other band.
Yeah.
So I was like thinking, like, why hasn't Deftones played? And I know they're older, like people are like, it's kind of like older, but I think they still got it. They still got it. Their set list was a little B-sides, like more of their B-sides, like not B-sides, but it wasn't a lot of their major hits from everything. They kind of just went through a couple CDs and kind of did what they can do, like with their list. But I love the Deftones so much. Deftones and Sublime and No Doubt, all those bands from around my era, were amazing. I loved it.
All right, let's so Deftones play Friday like at 7 p.m. But let's walk through your Friday. Who do you watch on Friday?
Okay, so on Friday, I know from the very, very beginning, we didn't get there super early. I know that we did catch Clooney because you said you watched Clooney or something, or you were heading to Clooney. And I remember
like 4 p.m. at the Sahara, yeah.
And I remember taking that suggestion and going, hey, let's watch something like, a couple of the people that were playing around that time. We kind of were like, let's just kind of stick to Clooney. I want to check that out. I want to dance. I want to get our blood pumping a little bit. And so that was really cool. I thought that was really cool being at Clooney. I tried to get on the camera. But it didn't work. I didn't. Last year I got on camera.
I remember you seen.
But this year I was like, oh man, I tried, but it was just difficult.
Yeah.
I didn't wear bright enough clothes, I guess. I definitely checked out. I definitely checked out Faye. I think Faye Webster. I think that was one person that we checked out. Also, I think we kind of like went by their stage. It was very little stuff. A little bit of Sabrina Carpenter, and that was mostly just because like I've seen her like what on Disney Channel and stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Well, she had that song Espresso now that's like top.
Yeah, and
top
I didn't
10.
even know she sang.
Oh, really?
Like I feel bad about not knowing because then like my kids go like like they're like, Dad, you didn't know that? Like what the heck? Like you're so old or you don't know enough or
Yeah.
And I try to stay within like the know of like what's coming out, but
it's so hard. There's so much music now, and it's
so much
because back in the day it was kind of payola and the fucking whatever the industry wanted to show us on VH1 and MTV. That's what we consume. But now with the internet, there's artists that blow up through TikTok, they blow up through Twitter, they blow up on YouTube, they blow up through different strategies. And there could be a person with like tens of millions of followers and you don't even know who the fuck they are. But back then, we all kind of knew all the famous people, you know, it was kind of gatekeeping. But now it's just so much to keep up because there's new artists every year, but we still know the ones that we grew up with. And then there's new artists tomorrow and it's just like you can't keep up. So yeah, it's hard.
You're right about the gatekeeping. Because, like, I think that's what's changed, like, the whole industry. Is, like, now they can see what the people want. Like, it's kind of like we didn't have that before. I mean, we did, but we didn't have it in this way. Because everybody on social media is trying to fight for your attention. Or you're trying to fight for views and looks and follows and all the attention and the engagement and sharing. And, like, it's crazy because, like, you've got to stand out. And sometimes if you sound too much like someone else, they're going to compare you to someone else. Yeah. If you're not wearing the craziest stuff that you've ever worn.
I know.
It's insane.
So you see these people they dye their hair, they get spikes, fucking Tizo Touchdown has to wear football
things. I know. Drake has the
BBL Drake.
Yeah, he has the bulletproof vest on.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so much competition now. But
definitely.
But without that, it also makes it accessible. So anybody with the mic could just make a song with their phone. Like, do you know the dude Diaz that played at Death Underground?
Yeah. Oh, so Angel Diaz?
Or Diaz. I think it just goes by Diaz.
Oh, Diaz. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He makes all his songs on his phone. Like, he did the vocals, and then he edited everything on the phone. The beats and everything.
Oh,
He didn't have a computer, and he made like 10 songs just with his phone using apps.
That's
without
crazy.
Spending a single dollar, with no microphone, just doing vocals and it's like that kind of technology. Anyone can make a song. So because it's easier now, it's harder. Now you got to do the marketing, find ways to stand out. So
I was thinking about Tiz for some reason.
Oh, Angel Tiz.
Yeah, my bad.
Hey, that fool too. He does all his music too.
Yeah, he does. He's so talented too.
I think it's super cool. And people are multifaceted now.
Yeah, for sure.
No longer just stuck in one thing. So. Like Childish Gambino's going back on tour.
Yeah, his new album.
He had like Coachella. He had like the This Is America run.
Yeah.
And then he kind of said he was going to quit rapping.
I remember that.
He started writing for Atlanta. He did a couple movies, focus on the acting career. And I was like, all right, dropping new music, going back on tour. So you just go, you do something for a few years. And Lady Gaga now, she's just a full-time actress. Yeah. Oh, I was watching something about Lady Gaga that she always wanted to be an actress. But she knew that it was going to be hard to get there by just acting.
Yeah.
So she did it through music. She's like, okay, I'm going to make music, give it my 100%, but just make a name for myself. And then from there, I'll get into acting later.
That makes you just blew my mind right now because so there's like award shows where like Lady Gaga would come out like dressed like as like a 50s dude. Remember? She came out with like a white t-shirt and she acted all like a 50s, like looked like West Side Story type. And she came out and got on the piano and like was like shaking her head with the little doo-wop pomade.
She wore didn't she wear like a meat dress?
Yeah, and then she wore a meat dress one time. She just went crazy every time she'd show
just
up.
Getting the headlines,
crazy.
Getting that attention.
Yeah,
and eventually use that to go into acting. Yeah. And she probably could make music in the next 2-3 years. Right now, she's gonna be in the Joker movie.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. She's that Harley Quinn. Yeah, I know, dude.
Fire.
That's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like just try it. I mean, there's no rules. Just try. make music, make scripts, try films,
just do creations and just
do
keep
creation
creating.
and just keep doing it. You know, it's like you learn as you go. But all right, so let's get back into the
yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I really love the Deftones. I saw Sabrina Carpenter. I did see a little bit of Lil Uzi Vert, and something really funny actually happened with Lil Uzi Vert. I don't know if did you watch him second weekend too?
Yeah, I was watching second weekend.
Okay, so my son actually he was in the front, like in the very very front.
Yeah, and
like it was so funny because when he got home, he had some crazy story on how like he said, "I love you, Uzi," and then he said. I see you, the kid with the glasses. And he like talked, I don't know if you remember that part or anything, but we recorded it.
And that was your son?
Yeah, it was my son in the front because he said like really loud, like when it got quiet. And so we were like, oh, let's watch. So we rewatched it at home and we found the clip and we recorded it.
Did they show them on screen?
So this is what happened. So then they showed like a couple of teenage girls with no glasses, or I don't know if they had glasses on, but it wasn't them. Okay. You could hear his voice.
Yeah.
Like when I heard the voice, it was his voice. So they just didn't know who it was.
Yeah, they didn't know who to pen to.
Yeah. And so then like Lil Uzi was like crying. There was like a little part where he started crying or something. I don't know. But you know, he gets emotional, but he does a great show.
Yeah, it was cool. I like the show.
It was crazy.
Turns out nostalgic, not like that nostalgic, but like songs from like 2016, 17.
Yeah,
and then everyone was singing along. It was a cool set. It wasn't like what I expected. I still say that show would have been 10 times better at the Sahara tent.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, bro, he would have had the Sahara tent going crazy. Like, the main stage is still badass, but
I don't think anybody can do the Sahara tent as crazy as Kid Cudi did, because that was like a surprise. And I tried.
Were you there?
I tried to get in there, and it was so full. Even our spot. That's all the way.
It was so full. It was so full. We were on the front right.
Yeah, and we got there a little too late because when we got there, I'm like, dude, we can't even get to our spot.
Even the hill was full at 5 p.m.
Even the hill, and I took pictures of it. I'm like, dude, where do you go?
I know.
And it was crazy, and it just felt like it was doomed. Like it was doomed. Like at the end, like when I heard what happened about his,
I didn't even know what happened because I just remember like Pursuit of Happiness, and then like we were vibing. And then we just hear the music stop, and we're like, "Oh, I guess it's ended." You know, I heard it was a short set because it was kind of like last minute as a surprise. And then he had to cancel his tour, bro.
Oh my god, I know. And everybody was sending him like stuff on Twitter, and then he put a post like on TikTok and everything saying, "Thank you guys for the wishes." But and it just felt bad because he like jumped like kind of like really awkward, and like and he even said like, "Dude, like I'm like." 40 years old, trying to jump off the stage like I'm in my 20s, and I was like, dude,
I lost my camera, so I don't have that footage of any.
I'm sorry.
Any,
I know. My heart broke for you with your camera. Dude.
I still think about it. And I was pretty hammered on Sunday, so I wish I could even see because I don't remember bro, I remember watching DJ Snake, but I do not remember DJ Snake. Dude, I just remember seeing Green, and I just remember 50 Cent coming out at one point.
Yeah,
I was in the artist pass section when 50 Cent came out. I was in the front, bro, and then I lost the camera, but oh well.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't even make it to DJ Snake's second set. I went to his surprise set at the Do Lab. And so I thought that was the coolest thing. I'm like, dude, I'm in the right place.
Fuck yeah,
and then you came over and said hi, and then we were just like vibing out, and it was like so awesome. Like his hip hop set was so good.
I heard he brought out Tyga.
Yeah. I think he brought out Tyga, and like they were kind of like all around. Like I felt like the second weekend didn't have a lot of guests getting pulled out. It was maybe like predictable ones, like Janae Aiko bringing out, Big Sean, and
it wasn't as many.
It was like it wasn't as
usually
many.
It's a good balance. Week 1, week 2, but this year week 2 didn't have as much.
Yeah, it definitely felt a little different, but it's okay. Like honestly, I felt like there was nothing wrong with the lineup. I honestly felt like I had so much fun.
Okay, well let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
At the end, we'll go over our overall thoughts on the stages, setup.
For sure. So I definitely saw Peggy Gao.
Yeah,
I saw Peggy Gao at Sahara.
How was she?
Went crazy.
That was sick.
She went so crazy.
It was at the same time as Peso Pluma too.
I know, and I missed Peso Pluma because of that.
Yeah,
and I kind of felt bad because I was thinking, oh my god, it's gonna be so crowded at Peso Pluma. I did watch him on YouTube. I know it's gonna be awesome, but trying to get in there is gonna be like Kid Cudi. Probably.
It was super full.
Yeah, it was freaking crazy. And then I saw DJ Snake, and then we definitely let's see, where did we end the night on Friday? That was pretty much. I think we saw a lot of people talked about like we saw a little bit of Lana. We saw a little bit of Lana.
What do you think of Lana?
I mean, I like her voice. It's a very it was a kind of like a lullaby type set. It kind of made me feel like it was like a calming, like wind down for Coachella. That's the best way I could describe it without saying like, oh, I was like sleepy and boring. It wasn't boring. I don't want to say it was boring. I think just some people are in the turn up stage, and then when you listen to some sets and then it's more like singing and relaxing, it felt more relaxing. It felt like if you wanted to wind down, you watch Lana. But if you want to turn up, you go to the Yuma tent.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
I think they had Steve Angelo on Friday at the same time as Lana. So,
yeah.
But you could still catch like we caught the first 40. I watched the weekend one, like the first 30 minutes, and it was just not for me. I was just because I had just finished watching Peso Pluma. It was like, boom, I'm energized.
Your heart's
and then when
fast.
watching Lana, it's like, shit, I don't know about this one right now.
I need an energy drink afterwards.
And then we had a campsite weekend one, so Alex and my niece and my sister, they're like, oh, let's just go already. So I was like, I want to go to Steve Angelo though. So I walked them to the entrance, and then they left to the campsite. We were like 5 minutes from the entrance, and then I went then I hit up some homies, and one of the homies was like, he was already done too, and I was like, fuck. So I went by myself to see Steve Angelo, and I went all the way to the right. And then I was all on the rail on the front right because it was actually half empty.
You were on the rail?
On the rail on the front.
Oh, shit.
It was for Steve Angelo. It's like Swedish House Mafia. So it was...
that's cool.
It was cool. And then two other homies, they were there the whole time. They were resting at the hill. I guess they ate some food, and they were just like watching Steve Angelo. They're like, and I was actually going to leave like 15 minutes before he ended. And I was like turning, and I see them walking in. I was like, what? The homie Adan and Lalo, I did the podcast with them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
2 weeks ago or so. And then we ended up watching Steve Angelo together to end the night on Friday.
Yeah. So that was definitely a good night. I felt like it ended pretty nice. I left like probably in the middle of like Lana's set to kind of I was trying to use some tips and tricks like for the parking lot, because sometimes like the parking lot, you get stuck in the parking lot for 3 hours. Yeah. And so I was just like trying to take it easy. And I know I parked in day parking this time.
Okay. So blue or red?
We parked in the like C what was it, B1 or C1 or the regular day parking. I think we parked in the yellow
path.
Yeah, yellow path.
Okay.
And then we basically parked over there, and then so like right when you have to almost get through the preferred parking lot to get to your parking lot. Yeah. And so I was just thinking like, hey, I remember I learned from last time, because the last time we had preferred, I paid the extra money, and if you get there too late, you're stuck there. And we have to sit there and we're like, oh my gosh, the traffic's not moving. And then you have to we have our little pillows in the car, and we just like go to sleep till like 2 a.m.
Wake up
and then we leave.
Yeah.
And it was just like horrible. But this time we're being smart about it. So we're like, okay, Lana, I saw it already on TV the first weekend. I'm going to go now. This is a good time. And then we got all our stuff. We had a locker too. We bought a big locker, the double XL locker, or the XL locker. And that was really smart. That was something new I did this year.
Just putting sweaters or whatever.
Dude, I put like $500 worth of sweaters in there. It was crazy. We went crazy
with the merch. You guys just fucking... Oh, that's great. Nah, I was too broke to buy a lot of merch. So I bought like the sweater, I think one T-shirt. Yeah. And then Alex got a T-shirt, and I think that's it. And then I was trying to buy the Peso Pluma, but I fucked up. It's because I didn't even look at the merch. Like, I was just kind of like, I'm not going to buy merch. But last minute, I was like, yeah, buy some. And then I had so much fun at Peso Pluma that I went on the next day, and it was sold out. I was like, damn it. And then on Stagecoach, I ended up buying a Wiz Khalifa shirt.
That's cool.
And
that's
Post
cool.
Malone. Post Malone.
That's dope. And
so I got a Post Malone that says like Indio and shit. So.
And I just wanted to ask you a question. Do you remember last year if the merchandise was split the way it was this year?
No,
It wasn't,
it was
right?
the first time. It was so
I got
smart.
so thrown off because I went in the first merchandise thing. I'm like, damn, merchandise looks huge this year. So I got in the line. I didn't know it was only Coachella only
Yeah.
merchandise. I'm like sitting in this line. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't see any artist stuff. Like, what the heck? And then sure enough, I had to wait a whole nother line for the
Yeah.
artist. So I ended up having to go one line here, and then I went in the golf store, and then I went in. There's like an area where you have to go all the way around, like the whatever the Sonora tent, like you go around it.
Yeah,
behind
by the Heineken all the way over there.
by the Heineken, and that's where they have the
artist merch,
the
the headliner.
the headliner artist merch, and you could go in those 3 tents. And before it would only show one headliner per day.
Per day, yeah.
And I'm like, this is smart. They should have done this
Since
a
the
long
beginning,
time ago,
yeah.
since the beginning.
And it does separate it because it's like if you want a specific artist, go on this line. You just want
Yeah.
a Coachella merch, go on this line. Then the flow of merch was so much smoother.
So much smoother.
I don't know because it was bigger, but also because there's less people, and I feel like people are a little more broke, so they didn't buy as much.
Yeah, and I definitely Friday kind of wasted a lot of the day, like the beginning of the day in the merch lines.
Yeah,
So that's kind of why I got a late start.
yeah. No, but that's the best way to get them.
Yeah.
Early. Okay, and then Saturday, who do you come in for on Saturday? What time do you come in?
Yeah. So Saturday, you're trying to you try to recover a little bit, and then we come in, and then I'm trying to think of who we saw first. We actually went in here, and of course I have to look at the thing here because I think we actually caught the Aquabats a little bit. We didn't actually watch the Aquabats. We saw Ray, and then Aquabats. Out of the back of the tent, like the characters from Yo Gabba Gabba came out.
Yeah.
And so I was like watching Ray, but then I saw the characters from Yo Gabba Gabba.
You're like, what the fuck?
I was like ADD. Like I was like, wait a minute, Ray. Yo Gabba Gabba's here, and they walked into the Rose Garden, and luckily I had the VIP, so we took pictures. I took like pictures with the Yo Gabba
That's
Gabba
sick.
characters, and like
Do you post those?
yeah, I posted them.
Oh shit! I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I definitely, it was really cool. I got those, and then I got the shirt too, so it was really good. And that was awesome. Ray, I think, is going to be like, I don't want to compare her to Amy Winehouse because she basically sounds a lot like Amy Winehouse, but she sounds so good.
I know her voice was sick.
Like she's such a like amazing artist, and I'm excited for her. Because I could tell, like, she's got already a really great following, and she's gonna do so good. Like, she's amazing.
Yeah, because I see her coming back. So she had the Mojave tent. She'll probably do outdoor theater.
Yeah.
Like how they do their progressions and shit.
Oh, totally. Yeah, like 1 year it's like the little, and then the next year, and then they talk about it on the stage. Like, yeah, I was here 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And the
That's La Emperatriz. I watched La Emperatriz on Friday. There's this French band at the outdoor theater, and then
Yeah.
they were here 2 years ago. They played at the Mojave in 2022. Or the Gobi. Mojave, yeah, it was Mojave, and then this year they had the outdoor theater. So if they come back in 2 to 3 years, it'll probably be main stage. It's like the progression.
See, that's awesome. I love that. I
See an artist grow and shit.
Yeah, and that's, I think, one thing that I love about Coachella is like especially for people like us that go like every year, like we kind of think back and remember when a certain artist like played and they were like on the very bottom of the list. And they kind of worked their way up the list.
I still remember ASAP Rocky 2012.
Dude, I remember when Doja Cat was on the bottom. And that was not that long ago.
Yeah, she was one of the smallest artists in the lineup.
And Cardi B. Like, I remember when Cardi B was first announced on there, it was like very little. And then when she started like blowing up with Bodak Yellow and everything, like they needed to move her somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because the stage was going to get crazy.
Yeah, they put her on the main stage now? Or outdoor theater?
Yeah, it was
main stage, I think.
Yeah, it was freaking crazy. I know, like that was pretty insane. When we got there, Sublime was
Saturday.
So amazing. I love Sublime. I followed them my whole life pretty much. and watching the son kind of carry on his dad's legacy by singing these songs and sounding like him and doing his mannerisms, like taking his shirt off and playing the guitar just like his dad did. Like he pretty much did the same thing. His dad would make jokes and stuff. Like I have these special edition Sublime CD like sets that have like DVDs in them that show like old footage from when they performed with No Doubt. and
Oh
like
shit.
when with Gwen Stefani, and then there was like these backyard ska parties and like different kinds of things like that. And I was like a really deep like Sublime fan. And so to watch it, man, it felt like amazing. I got to see Deftones, I got to see Sublime, you know, and like especially like No Doubt too. Like it was just kind of like, damn, dude, like it's crazy. And yes, Sublime was big for me. I
Yeah,
love being.
Coachella did a good. So I had a friend. Her name is Nat. She's on Twitter. I've heard. I'm sorry. She's on Reddit, or she's
Yeah,
on Twitter too. But on Reddit, she's known as like the stats person on the Coachella Reddit. She
yeah.
has all the stats. She shares the list of like, oh, these are the times the lineup dropped the last like fucking 10 years, and
Oh
these
yeah,
are the
yeah.
times the Do Love lineup has dropped the last 10 years. Like she has all this data. She broke down by genre, like the artists that were at Coachella. There was 148 artists in this year's lineup. She broke down how many pop stars, how many international artists, Latin,
What?
hip hop, EDM. So this lineup was like 51% EDM.
That's crazy.
So there's always a DJ playing. We're
Yeah.
saying like there's you're gonna find dancing music all the time, but um, they broke it down, or she broke it down, and when you see the numbers like that, it's pretty cool. It's like there was 12 to 15, I don't know the exact numbers of like Latin artists. So
Yeah.
you know those 12 artists that they're targeting a certain demographic that's gonna come to the festival to just probably see those artists, plus like a couple DJs, plus like a couple other famous artists.
Yeah.
There's people that come just for the pop, and they're gonna also watch a couple other artists. People just come for the EDM. Some people just come for the international artists. You'll have like these artists from Korea, two, three, four.
Blackpink, a tease.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you give someone 3 or 4 artists that they're familiar with, and these
It's
people are
smart.
traveling from that set. So now, No Doubt, Sublime, Deftones, the Aquabats is targeting Blur, starting on a little older crowd.
Yeah.
That's only gonna come for those artists.
That's smart.
So then, let's say you go with your son. Like you're saying, your son was in the front for Lil Uzi, but you were in the
Yeah.
front for Deftones, and it's like you're watching the artists you like and the shit you grew up on. But then your kid or whoever's with you could watch their artists too. So it's like it makes it worth it for all kinds of different age groups and shit.
You're right. This is actually the first Coachella that we had our son with us. But he wasn't with us. Like we weren't trying to go baby's first rave or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like baby's first rave. No,
Yeah,
he
right.
went with
It's all
his,
these pictures.
yeah, he went with his friends and stuff, and it's actually kind of cool because this kind of opened up some opportunities for him. Like when him going to Coachella, like he went to Coachella with his friends, and then one of his friends like got him a job for Stagecoach. And so he's doing like working the events. And so he worked all a Stagecoach. And then he went to SoFi and started working. He did something at SoFi, the monster truck, whatever they had last weekend or some monster truck thing.
Okay.
And like, so he's been doing events. And like, I was like, dang, like probably by next year he's going to have production passes and stuff.
That's sick.
Like,
Yeah,
it's going
just
to be
getting-
crazy.
Those industries, they always need people too. Building
Yeah.
stages, taking shit down.
Yeah.
It's
He
a
was
lot of.
basically just doing a bunch of like, you know,
I met this guy that he works doing that. I guess this year he worked in the campsites putting up all the signs.
yeah.
And he was saying for years he's been helping build stages, doing different things. And so he goes through all 3 weekends because he works. So he gets a bracelet and that's his job, you know?
Yeah.
So this was like my hero. It's like, what the fuck? In the month of April, he went like to 12 events, including 2 Coachella weekends and Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Then he went to Sick New World.
Oh
So
my
he went
God.
to Coachella on Friday. He drove
Yeah.
to Vegas to watch Sick New World on Saturday, and then came
Yeah.
back to Coachella on Sunday, or maybe it was Stagecoach. I forgot what weekend it was, but
Yeah.
then he did like 3 other concerts, and then after Coachella he was going to Lovers and Friends, but it got canceled. But this was like literally he says like, oh yeah, I work, and then boom, concert, boom, festival, and that's all he does and shit. And I was like, that's fucking my hero right there.
Yeah. That's so awesome. Like it just being able to like go, you know, see music and kind of put together everything. Like I think that's such a like it's kind of a fantasy, like a dream.
It's the music industry, you know. It's I love the music industry.
Yeah.
I've gotten opportunities. I know if I really tried to get a job in the music industry, I could get it. But
Yeah.
I also like to be going as a fan, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
because then if you're working, I don't know.
It takes away some of the love, not love, but
But
it
it's-
takes away the magic.
Yeah, No, I don't know. It's still cool. Either way. I mean, you're around the music. It's better
Yeah.
than, fucking working construction sometimes. You're just fucking rather be in the fucking music,
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, all right, let's go back to the list.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I know I didn't really get to catch Grimes.
No.
I know Grimes was online a little bit, and I really want. Oh my god, man! I really wanted to see Ice Spice so bad. I saw her perform the first weekend, and she definitely killed it. I watched her the first weekend,
Yeah.
and then I kind of just got to walk by like the second weekend.
Yeah.
I was too busy because there was a lot going on around the time that Ice Spice was up because I think we were watching the Red Pears.
Okay, Sonora.
And the Red Pears were so awesome.
I wanted to see them, man.
They were so, like, they remind me of, like, a Latin Strokes. Like, kind of like, they kind of, like, just gave that vibe.
Band and shit.
Yeah, and I think they're from El Monte.
Yeah.
Or something like that. They're so good. Like, if I could recommend anyone from that day, that's one person I would recommend checking out because those guys, really good music, their vibe, the crowd's vibe. I recorded like the little mosh pit they had.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. Like everybody was just like picking. I haven't seen crowd surfing in a really long time. And it was just awesome to see crowd surfing in person.
Yeah.
Like just lifting people up and stuff. And I was like, dang, dude, like this is such good vibes in here.
Sonora's so sick.
Yeah. And it was like AC in there. So like it's so nice and cool in there because it was 99 degrees or something out there. So those are the best shows to watch. Like in the Sonora tent.
You walk down, there's still sun outside. You're like, what the fuck?
You're like, you come out like it's
a vampire.
Yeah. Or like you came out of a casino and you're like, and it's crazy. But man, Red Pears was awesome. And it was crazy because I was actually sitting in the front of the Red Pears, and these people after they were done, they like threw out their set list, and I caught their set list, and I ripped it out of some other person's hands, and I felt bad, dude. I felt so bad.
That's mine.
I know people were throwing they were throwing like drumsticks and things, and like just like jabbing someone in the eye and trying to get it. And then at the end, they walked down the stairs and like came out, and I like got to meet them.
Oh, that's sick!
So it was dope. Yeah, they walked down the stairs, and I guess they had friends there, so they were like just talking to them. And I was like, "Oh, you guys were so awesome!" They're like, "Thank you, thank you." And I was like, I don't know why I'm like fanboying all of a sudden, but it was like they were dope. And I was like, man, dude, that's what I love about Coachella because you discover a new group and you watch them, and then all of a sudden 3 years from now they're on the outdoor stage and
just killing it.
And
yeah,
it's like,
I could definitely you could see that kind of band, that outdoor, or maybe you go from Sonora to Gobi or Mojave.
Oh, yeah.
And then outdoor, and then it's a progression, but that's sick. And then you said you got caught with the Latin Mafia fans.
Yeah, so basically I got stuck in the front, and as I turn around to kind of exit because I have my set list in my hand, and I'm about to go to the side, and I'm trying to get away from the front, and all of a sudden all these people are like squeezing up close, and I'm like, what's going on? And they were like pushing me out of the way, and I'm like, just let me out. I just want to get out. And then they let me out so I could go to the side. So that's when I went to go meet Red Pears, but they were waiting for Latin Mafia, and I heard they were pretty dope.
I heard they were sick.
I heard they were so sick, and I was like, damn, I should have stayed for that. I thought they were.
Who do you see after that? Oh, it was No Doubt, no?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was No Doubt after that, and so I was really happy. Got a good spot.
You were
on the grass.
Oh,
I was in the VIP. I kind of so all those different type of Coachella people that I'm talking about. You know, the people sitting on the grass.
Yeah.
The people sleeping. The people like in the mosh pit. I kind of played all those parts like throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
And so that was our we went and we got a couple of spicy pies. And then we sat like really close, like to in the VIP area, like kind of not on a blanket, but we kind of just like sat on the grass and we watched them perform like on the screen, and stuff. And I did watch them the first weekend too, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
she looked beautiful. Like she
looked
the same.
Bro. No, and they felt like a big deal, you know.
Yeah,
like they felt like the real headliner.
It felt like I was watching them. Like I watched them, and then it felt like all around me turned into like the year 2000 or something. Sick. I was like, so what this is cool.
And to be honest, I didn't know. I knew maybe like 2 songs, but I didn't grow up on that music.
Yeah.
Like around that time. I think I was listening to. Well, I grew up on Mexican music, and then that time was like me discovering hip hop and shit. Like that was some playing on TV,
Yeah.
and then from hip hop I got into rock because I played football. So a lot of they would play like that fucking Pantera and shit to like work out,
Work out to get
Metallica
ready.
and shit. That's what the coach would play, just hardcore rock. And then yeah, so I had like a rock phase, but I never got into No Doubt. But I knew a few songs.
Yeah.
And then just seeing it live, it was just like her songs I had forgotten about. Like, oh shit, I have this song. Like, that was sick.
It's crazy too because in the desert, whenever something happens in the desert, like everyone kind of pays attention. Like whenever someone comes to Akasher Arena or somebody plays at the casino or something, like everyone's like, oh yeah, remember when this event happened? So like the PGA Tour came through and they had as their guest, they had Gwen Stefani. And I had tickets for it and everything. And me and my lady got ready. We got in the car. We tried to drive and they closed the road down so we couldn't get in. And I'm like, why can't we get in? And they're like, it's full. Sorry, man. It's full. So we couldn't even see Gwen Stefani.
That's crazy.
And then this is like, it came full circle. Like Coachella gave me another opportunity to see her and the band. Like I'd rather see her with No Doubt. I mean, I like her like by herself, but No Doubt was even better.
Yeah.
And like, it just was amazing. Like definitely, like I know, No Doubt, like that was really, really cool.
It's an iconic moment, and it's different. Like they had the returning to the desert, but this year they're like and No Doubt. I thought that was the marketing was a little weird for that because there was people that are like, what do you mean No Doubt? Like people didn't even know that was an artist. You know, it's like
they're like No Doubt, man.
What
like,
does No Doubt mean?
I know. On,
TikTok.
No Doubt was amazing. I really like No Doubt, and then I had to see the person on your shirt is Tyler, the Creator. And dude, Tyler, the Creator, like I've seen him so many times that it's crazy. I've almost seen him as many. Say, I've seen Kendrick every single time he comes to LA. I see Kendrick, but like Tyler's almost as many. Like I saw him so many times. It's crazy. I've seen him on tour, like his Igor tour where he has the little wig. And then I saw him at Day in Vegas. And I saw him at every Coachella that he's played, I've seen him. And I even almost met him like one time. I was so close. He had like the cheetah print on his hair. Remember when he had like cheetah print? And he was like in the VIP area. And I was like, damn, dude, like.
You went to Camp Flogna too, no?
Yeah, I went to Camp Flogna, so I got to see him there, and I was thinking like, oh, is he gonna have like a similar performance like
with the cars,
Coachella?
Yeah,
but it came out
different. The camping set. Yeah, it was a cool set.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah, he actually killed it. He was super sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like his set.
I actually was excited about Tyler, the Creator, being the headliner. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, I don't really know too much about Tyler or whatever, but it's just. He knows how to put on a really good show. And I really think that Doja Cat does too. I saw Doja Cat a day in Vegas also. Oh, yeah. And I said, you know what, I'm not too worried. Though I don't want to say I was worried about Lana, but I just was like thinking, it's going to be a different crowd every day and it's something for everyone. And so I never hate on the lineup, no matter who comes out. I know like one year when Tame Impala was the headliner, I was like, why is Tame Impala the headliner? I was like going like crazy. I only know one song that's on David Dobrik movies shows. And I was like, I didn't know, but then I listened to their music and I'm like,
badass.
They're pretty badass.
I missed Tame Impala both weekends, 2019.
Oh man.
I ended up watching Wiz Khalifa, Kid Cudi back to back at the Sahara both times. So weekend one, we watched Wiz Khalifa. I was like, I was with my cousins. I'm like, I have to see Wiz Khalifa. Like, I seen Wiz Khalifa in the polo fields like 5 times, I think. 2011, twice in 2019. Oh, and then Stagecoach, I guess. But anyway, so I was like, I got to see Wiz Khalifa. And then Kid Cudi back to back. I'm like, I'm going to watch Kid Cudi. That's going to be badass. Dude. And then weekend 2, they added Kanye Sunday Service. So I'm like, Kid Cudi plays Saturday night at the Sahara. He's going to bring out Kanye.
Oh, and then
we ended up staying. I'm like, fuck it, let's just watch this. It was so much fun anyway. Wiz Khalifa, Kid Cudi back to back. So Kid Cudi opened up his set with Kanye, and they did like all the kids he goes to open up the set. Like, I still feel the love. And that was one of my favorite moments.
And everything just went crazy.
And then the next morning, we got up for Sunday service at fucking 9 a.m. and shit. But anyway.
I remember I was trying to watch Sunday service, like on like the YouTube thing, and it was so weird because
It's like
it had
a
the little circle
Yeah.
fish islands or something, and I'm like, is this serious? Like, why is this happening?
Kanye, of course.
Yeah, some weird Kanye thing.
Yeah, we got some vultures listening experience.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that was pretty much my Saturday. I didn't really get to catch like anybody else like
Yeah.
in the evening.
Well,
on
Tyler
Saturday.
was badass.
Yeah, Tyler was awesome.
And then Sunday, who do you watch Sunday?
Yeah, so basically on Sunday we got there. Of course, you know, you're trying to recover. You're trying to like get a little bit more. I guess you could say trying to recover from everything. We saw a little bit of. I think we saw a little bit of Olivia Dean. We saw Renee Rapp. YG Marley. Actually, I should start with YG Marley because that happened first.
How was Renee Rapp?
So Renee Rapp was pretty cool. I saw her movie Mean Girls.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew who she was. I didn't know anything about her. I thought she was pretty cool. She reminds me a little bit of, and I don't want to say this to every artist, but she reminds me of Billie Eilish a little bit, like her style and stuff like that. But like she's super super cool, super dope. I thought she had some cool songs. She likes to do like these cool, like, I don't want to say breakup songs, but you know, songs that like make you go like, yeah, like, you should never have left me, and I'm gonna find someone better than you, like that kind of like song. And I was like, and then they had like some kind of like I don't know, just like some other songs and stuff. And I was like listening to her. I'm like, oh, she's pretty cool. I like her. And then I ended up I wanted to make sure I caught YG Marley. So I think I saw YG Marley before I went to Renee Rapp.
Okay.
And YG Marley, like, I wasn't sure if they were gonna do the same. Let's tell it like it is, and it was really YG Marley and Lauryn Hill.
Yeah,
because you know, like,
he has one song.
He has one song that's big, and then
that's it. He's got one song out.
Yeah, and then you got Lauryn Hill, and then it's crazy because I even called it with the Fuji reunion thing, because like I was like, dude, Fugees are gonna come out and whatever. And the only thing that made me sad was like, I know Praz can't be there, but like because he's in jail, but like definitely so awesome to see Wyclef and just like them like just rapping like different songs, and Busta Rhymes coming out again. I couldn't believe he came out again. And then so he came out, and it made it really Rastafaric. I loved it, and it was pretty cool. I really liked YG. It was YG Marley, not YG.
YG was hard, bro.
Yeah, I know. YG's hard.
Fucking still brazen.
I know. That's what I was like.
Nah, yeah, YG. I didn't get to see him up close because I was more like far back.
Yeah.
So I forgot we were like on the back. So I mean, I enjoyed it, but I know if I was like up there with more fans, it would. But I remember it was just like cool energy.
Yeah.
It was like people. I don't know. It's because that's how it felt with No Doubt and Sublime. Like,
yeah,
like a nostalgic in the air. Like,
especially
cool, you know.
Yeah, especially with Lauryn Hill, because Lauryn Hill, like the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was like such a big album, and like
didn't they the Apple 100 best albums of all time? They ranked her album number 1.
I don't know. I didn't check that. Number 1.
Lauryn Hill got number 1 album of all time.
I saw. Frank Ocean got number 5.
Number 2 was Thriller.
Yeah,
that should have been number 1, but
I know.
Either way, that's just the GOAT. But we can talk about that Apple fucking list later.
Yeah, I know. That Apple list is interesting. I know. I remember I saw your post. I was like, yeah, it feels kind of. But yeah, definitely. I think one really cool thing definitely was after Renee Rapp. I really liked watching Eddie Zuko.
Okay.
I had to watch Eddie Zuko. Yeah. We've talked about Eddie Zuko
so much. We've messaged Eddie Zuko.
We've messaged Eddie Zuko. You got to film with him at the Tamale Festival.
Yeah.
And that was so awesome. And it's just so awesome to watch him grow.
Yeah.
And like it kind of sucks because like once the artist gets big, like they just, they just go to the next step, and they're just really hard to get a hold of or get, they just. It's like your people talk to my people.
Yeah, now I'm gonna try to get an interview this year.
Yeah, I think you can now.
Yeah,
especially because you interviewed like you're all in there.
I'm in there, but no, it's been hard to schedule with him, but I know he's down. It's just that we've been trying to coordinate it. But yeah Eddie Zuko's gonna be cool. I hope he takes his career.
Yeah, he is. Honestly, and you called it. You called it because I remember we were messaging him, and you're like, dude, we got to get him before he's doing all these Golden Voice shows. Guess who? Guess which Golden Voice show's coming? And then
I knew he was going to be Coachella
away.
months ago. Yeah,
you knew it.
I'm like, oh, he's doing all the fucking Golden Voice events, and he just had Sonora written all over him. But no, he was pretty sick.
Yeah, it was.
I only saw him weekend 1. Weekend 2 didn't see him.
Yeah, definitely. He was really, really good. I was a little disappointed. I missed like Taking Back Sunday, and I couldn't get into Kid Cudi. It was so freaking busy. Like I was like so sad because I was like, oh man, I want to get in there. I did watch a little bit of Blondish, but that was all just like DJ. It was like at the Quasar, the new Quasar.
Mm-hmm.
Play that thing looked.
What do you
crazy.
think of the Quasar?
That. It looks crazy. Like it
feels like you're not at Coachella. Huh?
Yeah, it feels weird. Like it feels like they just wanted to throw something in between. But like honestly, what used to be there? Like a beer garden or
the
something?
Sahara.
Oh, the Sahara was. Oh, it was there, and then it just moved it.
They moved the Sahara to the right, and then that's where the Sahara was.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what was here? Like, I was like, where did they get all this extra room?
Yeah, so it was a Sahara tent, but because the Sahara entrance was right there, it would just create a bottleneck because the main entrance, and then people would just go there. So they're like, we're gonna make people walk away from the entrance that way. You know?
That's such a bad bottleneck too. I remember that. That was bad.
But so the Quasar, I ended up watching Diplo on Sunday for a few hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say Diplo
or like an hour. It was pretty sick. Like I got lost in there, and then like the whole time it doesn't feel like you're at Coachella. It just felt different. It felt like I don't know what it felt like.
Yeah, it's something weird. Like I don't know if it's the design of the stage. Like I felt like maybe I was like in Superman's like lair or something. I don't know. You know the crystals coming out of like the ice, the iceberg and the crystals, but like not quite. It was really interesting, the concept for that. Yeah,
they invested a lot into one new stage, new Sahara, and new Quasar. So some of the budget this year was like they had to adjust shit for that. So I think next year they're gonna come back with something strong. So.
Good job with the Sahara though this year. I think they definitely had more space.
Fuck yeah!
It was like huge, and then like it felt like there was plenty of space for everyone else besides Kid Cudi. It felt like every other person. Yeah. It was perfect.
It was perfect. But Kid Cudi, just everybody was like, "Nah, we're watching that secret Kid Cudi set." And boom.
I was freaking crazy. I know. And did you get to watch? You got to watch Barry Can't Swim, right?
No, I didn't see Barry Can't Swim.
Oh, you didn't get Barry Can't Swim? Because I know I was trying to watch that, and I caught a little bit of like Bebe Rexha, and I didn't catch Karin Leon.
Okay. I saw him weekend 1.
Yeah, and you saw him probably at
Stagecoach, and at the City Coachella.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I interviewed that for him.
Yeah, you did. I saw that.
Yeah, Karin Leon, we watched him weekend 1, and to be honest, I did not enjoy his set. It was so fucking hot. It was like at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Main stage, and then like he started with like 2, maybe 3 slow songs.
Yeah.
So we were just like getting cooked in the sun. It was slow. We're like, damn. And then he started like turning it up, playing fun, fast songs.
Yeah.
But by that time, like we still had fun, but I felt like, oh man, it just kind of ruined my middle of my day.
Yeah.
I think we watched somebody beforehand. We watched him, and then we went back to the campsite to like recharge because we were drained.
Like fun with heat stroke.
Basically. So yeah, it was fun, but it was too hot.
Yeah, for sure. I know that must have.
And then that's my biggest regret. So weekend 2, I didn't see him because I was like, it was Kid Cudi was at the same time. I was like, I'm gonna go watch that Kid Cudi set. And Karin Leon, already saw him. I just had interviewed him like the day before with the city. I'm like, I don't need to see him on Sunday, weekend 2. And then he brought up Molotov, which is my favorite rock band.
They're
time.
Dope.
They're really my favorite rock band of all time. And he brought them out, and I was like, I couldn't believe when I heard. I didn't even know it happened until like the next day I was checking. I'm like, what? He brought up Molotov? What the fuck? So I was so disappointed.
I hate when I hear that, like on like people that I had to like, I've seen them before, so I'm gonna go check out, and then they bring out someone big, and I'm like, no, like why did I miss that? Like now I gotta go watch it again, and it's crazy that when that happens too, because you have to like make sacrifices when you go to Coachella. Like, I think one of the surprise sets that was at Coachella at the Do Lab was Mark Riblet, you know, like he plays those. He plays like those songs,
like beats,
he
like make
plays
songs,
beats and he makes songs like out of beats.
Thin air, yeah.
Yeah, and he's wearing like a bathrobe and he's
Yeah.
like saying like, I don't want to go to effing work. I don't want to go to effing work. And he goes, ooch, 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 I don't want to go to fucking work or whatever. And then you're like going crazy.
Mac King, I think, was talking about him.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see him.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish had a secret set at the Dulab too.
Oh yeah.
Billie Eilish and friends. Her brother was DJing and shit.
Of course. He does everything.
She's at Coachella every year, no matter what.
I know. She headlines it. She's like
special guest last year too.
Sitting next to Paul T, like just
yeah, they're just best friends and shit.
I know.
Yeah, the Dulab is sick. They had Cascade had a secret set, and then DJ Snake had a secret set. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dude, it was so awesome. I definitely, I didn't get to catch J Balvin, even though that was like one of my guesses. Like, you know, J Balvin.
Yeah.
I really wanted to check him out. I did get to watch like the first weekend stream, but I don't know if he brought anybody out or anything. I know not on the first. I know in the first one he did. He brought out Will Smith.
He brought out Will Smith.
But that was so weird. Like I felt like it was like.
It was so random, bro.
I felt like it was kind of like trying to be good PR.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. That's what it was. Because we're just right there. Like, we were right in front of the production board.
Yeah.
Of like the middle of the main stage. So we had like a perfect view of the set, like the best view. And then we're watching it, and then it's like, Coachella, welcome Will Smith. And we're like, what the? Like, we were losing our minds.
Such a
giant alien on stage. Will Smith is there singing some Man in Black. I thought
it was like a cross promotion, like a new like Man in Black movie coming out.
And then he brought out the switcher thing, and then he clicked it like in the movies.
So
and
everyone can forget it.
The screen went white. Like he had just erased their memories.
Yeah.
And then right after that, he played like his 2 or 3 most popular songs back to back with like sped up EDM with lasers and shit.
Yeah.
That show was so sick.
It was good, huh?
I freaking loved J Balvin. Weekend 1. Weekend 2, I got to see him, but I got to see him from the side, and he didn't bring out any big guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I notice like they make little adjustments and change their setup a little bit. Like I got to watch one person I was really happy of watching was Jhené Aiko.
Okay.
It's funny because something similar happened with Jhené Aiko where we had a chance to watch Jhené Aiko and we couldn't or we didn't make it, and my lady got a little disappointed and she was like saying like, oh man, like I really wanted to see her, and like, well, I'm watching it right now on YouTube and it doesn't look like she was like it didn't come out that good. And then like, I don't know. And then she even talked about it like in her performance.
Oh yeah?
Like that she performed somewhere and it came out bad, like when she was at the first Coachella or something.
Oh shit.
And so the first time she went to Coachella. So this time it was great. It was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't get to see her.
Like all these women at the same time, like singing at the top of their lungs, like all her lyrics, like you know, saying all the like F you, you're not gonna, yeah. And then everyone's saying and I'm looking around like, damn, there's an army of
just
like
singing those songs.
Jhené Aiko fans.
That's
like,
hard.
Like
Cameron was there in the front.
Cameron was he had to be singing it with all the.
Yeah, Cameron gets down with his R&B.
He loves R&B. And I had to watch Doja. Because Doja had the Paris Goebel dancers, those dancers, those famous ones that like are in all the competitions and stuff. Like those dancers, they're
part
of
her set.
Yeah, and they have like a show on like where they're in New Zealand or something. Like there's some kind of like dance crew.
Okay.
And they have like a reality show and it's all crazy.
Sick.
And it shows like them dancing and
like
competing.
The Jabberwockies and shit.
Yeah, they're kind of like Jabberwockies, but like mostly girls, but there's lots of guys now. Yeah. Like they've really like. There's a Yummy video that they did like for Justin Bieber, and like they were really like got millions of views, and yeah, really really good dancers. So my lady and I, we wanted to watch that for sure because we're like, dude, those dancers are dope. And then Doja Cat got them to perform for them, and it was just awesome. Doja's,
yeah, she was badass. Like she was probably my favorite. I don't want to say my favorite set, but she was probably the best set. Like, dude, the insane freaking stage design and changes. It was crazy. She changed like 7 times. They brought a T-Rex on stage, bro. I was like, what? There's a T-Rex fucking
So
chasing her
random.
right now.
And she looked kind of like a abominable snowman.
Oh, with the hair?
Yeah, with
That
the
shit was
hair.
hard. She's on
Dude.
dancing with people wearing hair and shit. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
And it was crazy.
That's
Like,
cool.
and then she was in like a mud bath 1 second, and then she's riding on top of them another second, and then they're wearing like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, her whole set was super cool, rapping all her lyrics.
Yeah, and her album's really
when,
good too.
When there was like people dancing, but like the top of the stage was going up and down, like
Yeah.
that shit looked crazy.
It did.
So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and she used her budget. She fucking killed it.
Yeah, she did. She did a really good job, and like I just feel like I didn't feel like I wasted any money. I felt great.
She was super sick. I ended up watching John Summit Weekend 2.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't see her Weekend 2, but I don't remember watching John Summit Weekends.
Yeah.
And that's part of when I lost my camera too. So
damn, that sucks.
but
I'm sorry that happened.
Everything. It's all good. We lessons learned. But yeah, so overall, it was. I really enjoyed this year. I think having the bigger festival, it felt smoother.
Yeah.
Less lines for food, merch, even to
Very
get to the
true.
front of the stage. Like before the headliner's on, you can't even walk in the main stage. Like that's just packed all the way to the back. This year's like for Lana Del Rey, she had like a half crowd, bro. I was like, what? Because half of the crowd was watching. Steve Angelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of weird seeing the main stage that empty for headliners. But overall, it was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you with the amount of space was so good. Like I counted all my steps, and I know you counted your steps too. And like I did like I don't even know how many miles over the week, like 50 miles over the weekend. Yeah. It was crazy. And like it's crazy because it's such a great optical illusion at Coachella. Like you look around and you see everything because it's nice and wide open. And you're like, oh, look at the main stage is right there. Let's walk towards it. And you don't realize you're walking 5 blocks or 6 blocks to get there. And like, but you're right. All the extra space, a little bit less artists, like a couple of little things were tweaked here and there to kind of make it a little easier to kind of get around. Parking was better this year, I think. Even getting to the festival, like I didn't really get stuck in that much traffic.
It was fast.
Yeah. They are insane. Like after you get out of the festival, like the people that block, like with the hot dog carts are just hustling.
Oh, it was like walking through the gates of hell, bro. Yeah. It was like hot dog. I'm like, hot
dog. They're like trying to put it in your face, and then the people with the stupid phones going like black SUV, and you're like, okay, fine. They're like wristbands, and everyone's doing something like different.
They used to keep all those people out, right?
Yeah, they used to be outside, but like they're all inside.
They're all inside the parking lots now. I think they had way less security.
Way less. They open their jacket and they're like, I got wristbands for every time, and you're like, they had like artist wristbands. I just don't know what's legit anymore because like there is a lot of scams going on.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I heard a lot of like I belonged to like a couple of groups and they were talking about how people would sell their wristband and then report it stolen.
Oh.
And then so they try to scan in and then they can't. And so it's like some crazy thing where like because you register it in your phone and you do that, and then if you go to the Indian Wells tennis garden, you know, where they have will call, and you're like, oh, I lost my wristband, can I recover it? Here's my receipt, my email. And so you just have to be careful, everyone.
That's sad. That sucks.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like it's just you have to be very careful.
Well, I mean, that's the best way is to just buy directly from the website.
Yeah,
just and then do the payment plan. I'm doing the payment plan.
Me too.
Just get out of the way, and it makes it a lot easier to buy it now than waiting. And especially if we get Taylor Swift, tickets are gonna go through the roof. Bro.
Tickets are gonna go crazy.
So if you're listening to this, I say you get your bracelet payment plan as soon as possible because Taylor Swift could be at his. So what were some things that you didn't like about this year's Coachella?
Some things that I didn't like about this year's Coachella was, well, like, I think there was maybe, I want to say, like, I think some of the things was maybe communication was a little weird. Like, I guess they had plenty of stuff like in their website and stuff to kind of know where to go, but like, you know, when you go get your lockers, like you don't know where the end of the line is and the beginning of the line. Like I told you when I was getting merchandise, I didn't know they split it into artists and coach and regular Coachella. So like regular Coachella merchandise. So
Yeah.
I get in one line thinking I could buy all my merch. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, you've been in this line for about 15, 20 minutes. And I look around, I'm like, there's no artist stuff in here. And like, and so I get a call from like my lady because she started walking towards the locker. She's like, oh, there's other merchandise over here. It's artist merchandise. I'm like, oh man. So I just went through this one, got a couple bandanas. We got a couple of things. I just didn't really know what I wanted at that time yet.
Yeah.
And then I went to the next one. But luckily I had the VIP wristband. So I had the short lines for there's little merchandise ones that have the basic merchandise, but they didn't really have any artist merchandise there, but basic.
Yeah.
And then I really didn't like, I mean, sometimes like with some of the experiences, like they would run out of stuff really fast. Like they had a Nike experience where they had these $4 shirts. Remember you went in there. I saw your thing and I went in there and like, they're like, oh, sorry, we're out of the $4 shirts. We'll probably get some at like 5 p.m. And I'm like, but that's when this is going on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss.
I'm not gonna miss this artist just to get a $4 shirt. So I got kind of sad every time I saw someone walk with a Nike shirt. I'm like, damn, like I want my $4 shirt.
Yeah, I still didn't even go into all the experiences this year. Again, last year too. It's just because I'm like, I'd rather watch an artist than go into the fucking Google store. You know? It's like,
yeah, I mean, it was just kind of cool. Some of them were cool. Like you know, some of them were kind of like whatever. I felt like. I don't want to talk bad about them, but like I kind of feel like American Express was kind of gatekeeping a little bit, and they do a really, really good job, like of like putting some exclusive things with American Express where you can't get it unless you have a card. And I felt like such an outsider. Like I felt like
they have.
I felt like I couldn't get past the velvet ropes into the club with the artist thing. So they had these really cool Save the Bees, Tyler. Bandanas, and I lost my black bandana at Camp Flognog, so I'm like thinking, oh, I could replace it with the blue one. It'll be so cool. And I go to the thing, and they're like, sorry, you got to have an American Express card, and you got to buy it with the American Express card, and you get it for free. You buy like an item, and you get a free bandana, but you have to use American Express. And I'm like, they're like, you don't have any friends with American Express? I'm like, no, man, my friends don't have a high credit score. We don't have a high credit score.
My
like,
friends don't even use credits. I know, cash, bro. What the fuck?
I know. Like I was like, and then I was like looking for. I was trying to like go like get prepaid American Express and all kinds of stuff, but I was like, damn. And so they kind of gatekeep a little.
Start signing up right now. Sign up for a card, an Amex card, and then just use it just to go to Coachella.
Yeah,
and you get early access too.
Yeah, you get early access. You get a special line for merch.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like there's all these crazy
perks.
Go get an American Express card.
Damn,
like,
they're sponsoring the festival with some big pockets to be exclusive like that.
Yeah, cool. and that's why they're
probably one of the banks that finances the festival.
Yeah,
they probably like transact those hundreds of millions of dollars. So they're like, I will hook you guys up with some shit.
And I even was trying to like be really cool with the people like at the golf store because they're so cool. They were really cool, and I spent a lot of money there. So I was like, hey, like, can you guys just like throw me a bandana or something? And like they're like, no, man, like I'm sorry, like they have to see it on a transaction. They're all inventory, blah 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 blah. And they were saying that, and the reason why they're blue is because they're American Express blue. That's why they were blue, because they had the baby blue and the dark blue. And I'm like, that's why I was like, dang.
That's sick.
And I was like, what do they do with them after they're done? They're like, we go to the next festival, and then it's American Express, and then I'm like, damn, dude. I was like, I need to get a new Save the Bees bandana.
You're gonna have to get an Amex just in case. What else? What else are you like?
Yeah. So, I mean, the food prices. Like fries. You know, $29 for fries or something. That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's insane. And honestly, like the only thing I really like. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to go to things I like yet. The things I don't like. Yeah. Basically, the prices were kind of crazy with that. The bathrooms weren't as clean this year. I don't think like as fast as they were last year. Like even the ones that are trailer ones and the VIP and stuff, they weren't quite as clean as fast as possible. I didn't like. I ended up in the. Remember, I talked last year
Yeah.
about Coachella. I was in the emergency tent.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me again. So
No
like,
way.
I put sunblock on my face because we're cooking in the
Yeah.
sun, and then all of a sudden my eyes just started getting.
All
I'm
those
like
sweating eyes.
so freaking like I couldn't see, like all the stuff got in my eyes. So I'm like, my lady's recording me as they're like squeezing like stuff in my eyes, and it was so funny because the EMTs are telling me like, do you need more? And I'm like, yeah, I need one more. And then I go one more, and they're like, do you need one more? I'm like, yeah, I need one more. I kept going, and then like
They just let you back out, just
yeah,
chill.
and then yeah, my eyes were.
I should have
okay.
gone to the medical tent on Sunday actually. Get
Why
a
did you
fucking
feel?
get an IV trip and just fucking get.
Do they have that?
No, but they give you electrolytes and like Gatorade and shit.
They do?
They let you. So if you're hungover or just too drunk, they let you like lay down on one. They have like AC. They
Yeah.
give you hydration stuff
That's dope.
until you recover. Some like snacks. A lot of times that's all people need, just a little break.
Yeah, for sure.
And then from there you just go back.
Yeah, and definitely, I love that they're there because it really helps a lot. Like I just didn't have anything to wash my eyes out except for like the free water fill stations where I tried to like wash my face. It just wasn't working. The stuff's in your eye, like greasy, and definitely one other thing I didn't like that I kind of missed from last year, and this was a concept thing, but they had a trailer for people that wanted to get like a quiet place to like have auditory, like they could
Deprivation, right?
yeah, like it was like like the people like when you get anxiety and stuff and you have to go into like a special room and,
Yeah.
and it's quiet and you can calm down and stuff and then you come out. Not to say that I really like need it or anything, but when it was there, it was nice to have because there's just sometimes where you want to kind of wind down, especially if like you're in a room like at a Yuma tent where like the sound is blasting and your eardrums are vibrating the whole time, and you walk out and your hearing's like wah the whole time, and you're like what? I can't hear you. What? And like you just deaf, and like and it's hard to listen. And it wears off after a while, but it's nice to have a place that where you can go in and you can just chill and relax.
Yeah, it's taking breaks. It's just, I mean, those people that just go human 10, 12 hours, that's crazy.
You know someone like that. I think you mentioned
I know a lot of
before.
people that do that shit.
Yeah, just stay in the human tent the whole
They go
time.
just to watch DJs, bro. Like, I'll be talking to people, I'm like, oh, what's up? I'm like, oh, I'm here to watch this DJ and this DJ. And like, they don't care about Sublime. They don't care about Doja Cat. They don't care about nobody, but they're just there for the DJs. And like, that's it. And I think that's awesome too.
Yeah,
it's just like
a
everyone's
nightclub.
there for their own fucking vibe, and
Yeah.
you get to meet people. I didn't do any meetups this year. That's I do regret. It was just too much going on. Fuck, it's crazy.
But everyone called you out when they saw you. Like everyone, like your YouTube followers and stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
They saw you, and that was pretty cool. I like that they saw you and like Angel from YouTube.
Yeah, it was a lot of cool
awesome.
moments.
Coachella
Yeah,
Angel.
I had both weekends, and Sunday the one that I lost the camera. I had some moments there too.
Yeah,
Fuck
for
it.
sure.
Whatever happens, the lost files. I'll get that camera back one day. No, but overall, I think Coachella was super sick. But what do you expect for 2025? Give me what's your artist predictions?
Artist predictions? Oh man.
Three headliners and a returning to the desert.
Well, I mean, definitely I was thinking about Taylor Swift. I was thinking Taylor Swift this year, but it just didn't happen. I'm not saying that that's what I want. This is just who I just think.
Expect.
So headliner wise, definitely Taylor Swift is one person that I've thought of, or Dua Lipa. That's another person. I know that she just couldn't do it this year, so it's a very strong possibility her coming next year. Definitely, I know that Childish Gambino just did an album. I know I'm trying to think of another headliner. It's really difficult because it's hard to tell what's going to happen between, even though it's not that far away, like it's a year, but between now and like December,
Yeah.
like who's going to blow up? And like we talked about Abby Carter. My lady actually talked about Bryson Tiller because he came out with another album, and like people coming out with like Shakira. even though she couldn't get her headlining spot. I don't know. I think she won't take anything less than a headlining spot. So maybe somebody like that I could see happen. I really would like to see Grupo Frontera show up. Like I don't know about a headliner, but definitely a big spot. Like
I think they're gonna be there next year.
Yeah.
That they launched their tour.
Yeah.
They're doing this whole U.S. tour. Ends in like November, December.
Yeah.
They just dropped their second album, featuring all kinds of badass artists. They have songs with billions of views already, with biggest collabs ever. And then, so their tour ends like around November, and is the same formula that Peso Pluma used last year.
Yeah.
He had an album. He went on this tour, U.S. tour. And then he did like festivals in Mexico, like around November, December, January, and then Coachella lineup, and then just boom. So I think Grupo Frontera is gonna be there next year, not as a headliner, but maybe 7 p.m.
Did Fuerza Regida?
Oh, they haven't came yet.
They haven't come yet. That's another.
And they
one
were
I
at Camp
thought about.
Lognos.
Yeah, they were.
So they're gonna get that 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
I could see them. I could see them performing at Coachella next year.
Next year for sure.
Yeah.
Another one, Olivia Rodrigo. So she came out with No Doubt.
Oh, for
and
sure.
She's doing her tour right now. Her tour ends this year, and then next year she could be at Coachella. But is she a headliner? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's definitely. I'm still fucking riding the Travis Scott wave. He was on the 2020 lineup. They haven't brought him back.
You know what? Like, and has he repaired his relationship with Golden Voice?
Well, yeah, it was just a lot of public pressure because following the tragedy at Astroworld.
Yeah, and then he got pulled out a day in Vegas like a week before I show up. And then replaced him with Post Malone.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like I still have like the poster. I think I have like the sweatshirt with Travis Scott on it.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna come back. I think this year, he was doing the Utopia tour, doing stadiums, and then the rest of this year he's doing stadium tour in Europe. So by the time he's done this year, he'll be fresh for a Coachella performance in April, and then maybe launch a new album or maybe do something else. But he'll be set.
One person I kind of thought about was like the whole Kendrick Drake beef.
I know,
because his song went platinum.
The biggest song ever.
Yeah.
Kendrick.
And it's getting played everywhere.
And he drops a new album or something, just boom.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, it's like, like he was, because they were at Camp Flognock too, as the Hillbillies.
And he performed 2017? Kendrick?
Yeah, I think so. So returning to the desert.
And it's already 2017 to 2025.
Yeah.
That's 8 years. That's enough time to bring him back.
That's what I was thinking.
Perfect timing.
That's one person I was saying. I really would like to see Daft Punk like one of these days.
Daft Punk returning to the desert.
Yeah.
Imagine we get Taylor Swift and Daft Punk on the same return to the desert. Daft Punk. That'd be crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
It's so crazy.
I still think the Strokes are coming next year.
Another one that
My Chemical Romance.
That's oh yeah, they're gonna be at when you were young.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to when we were young.
Yeah, so I feel like it's or the Killers as well.
Yeah, Killers, but the person that I think is coming back, I because they're working on an album, they're gonna come back is the XX. That's who I think they played in Coachella one year. They're on the undercard. Jamie XX and his band. I think they're gonna come. I think
other artists that for sure are coming next year is El Javi. There's this like young up and coming Mexican artist. Yeah. He's like 19 years old and like all his songs are blowing up, bro. Like he dropped a song at the same time as Peso Pluma. He outdid him in numbers like
no way
that week. And this has been like
El Javi.
I'll
have to check him out.
And he's got some songs you probably recognize, like little trends on TikTok. And yeah, this has been blowing up. So I think him. Junior H, so Junior H.
Yeah.
He came out as a guest, so I feel like he hasn't came like Nathaniel Cano, who's kind of in the same trio with Peso Pluma. That fool came on 2022.
Or that other guy, Fade. Fade.
Oh yeah, so well, one of my predictions is Karol G.
Yeah.
Karol G could be a headliner. She was here 2022. Then she debuted a song called Provenza at Coachella. That song has like 1 billion plays. Like that song blew up.
Yeah.
And then she dropped an album like the month after, and then went on an international tour right after Coachella 2022. And she brought a festival to Colombia because she was inspired by Coachella. She brought a festival to them. I think it was free or like really cheap, so they could experience something like that in her hometown.
That is dope.
And then she did like SoFi Stadium. She did the Rose Bowl, or maybe not SoFi. I think she did the Rose Bowl, like sold out 90,000 people. All these stadiums all over the U.S., South America, and then by next year she could be like a headliner. I think that should be sick. And then she's dating Fade, so that's her.
Oh
partner.
yeah.
So bringing Fade. So Fade actually, there's a rumor that he turned down Coachella this year because he was going on tour. The timing didn't line up. He already had like a tour plan.
Yeah, and
So-
then the radius clause plays a part in
Yeah.
it.
So
and
yeah,
stuff
the
like
radius
that.
class. So I think he'll be at Coachella next year.
And
And
all that
he's-
stuff that happened with like with was it Rolling Loud or something like with Junior?
Junior H, Nathaniel, Fuerza Regida. I know
Yeah.
all that shit. So you can see some of those artists at Coachella. I don't know. It's gonna be been an interesting year. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting year, especially like and then Rolling Loud. I feel like there's a lot of music festivals kind of dropping the ball a little bit, like with like artists, like especially like with the Lil Uzi Vert thing
Yeah.
that happened with was it
Rolling Loud is so Rolling Loud dropped the lineup and then Lil Uzi's like, I never agreed to play it with you guys.
Yeah.
He posted on a story and then they dropped them and then they replaced them with Metro Boomin and Future because
Yeah.
he was already scheduled to play Coachella. So he's like, I'd rather play Coachella than fucking Rolling Loud. So
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of artists would rather play Coachella than Rolling Loud because Rolling Loud is it's just another festival. It's just like you get your money, you get a performance, but you don't get that moment, that Coachella moment from the
Yeah.
live stream to all the publicity comes with it, you know, and the budget because they give you a good budget to invest into your performance, so you could bring special guests, so you could do this and that. So, yeah, Coachella's just that's the top dog. In the industry.
Yeah, they are. And I think that's one thing too. Like, I know people kept on spinning this narrative about ticket sales and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, really, like, you know, there's a lot of festivals out there now and there's a lot of competition. And, you know, I feel like Coachella is not the only game in town. But I think that as people start going to these other festivals and realizing that, oh, this isn't Coachella, they're going to come back to Coachella, I think, you know?
Yeah, every time I've been to
Yeah.
so many different festivals and it doesn't come close.
It doesn't.
The
And-
production, even just walk around in the grass, like everything's just so sick.
Yeah, everything. The grass, the people you bump into, like
Yeah.
you meet people with all different accents from all over parts of the world.
It's so sick.
And I thought it was so cool, like on your videos, that people would be like from another country and they saw your YouTube videos about how to survive Coachella. Like these videos are like influencing people's like what they pack, influencing what people do, and like it's such it blew my mind to watch like these people recognize you all over. I mean, I knew it was possible because you've been covering Coachella a long time.
Yeah.
But I think it's such a cool, it's so awesome the reach you have. And so I think it's so cool to watch the people go like, hello, I watched you my whole life and I packed a Camelback just because you said to pack a Camelback. And I think that's so cool. It's like,
it feels cool.
Yeah.
And it
I
makes
think
you
it's
realize that,
awesome.
oh shit, because sometimes being creative, like we're talking about, it's hard. You know, it's like, fuck, should I even do this? Or
Yeah.
am I wasting my time? But then like moments like that is like, oh fuck, like so if I could connect with one person that's from another fucking zip code country, that you connect with them, you know, you just gotta keep going. You know, it's just like there's ups and downs, like just anything in business, or you're gonna go up and down. Sometimes it's slow for a while, but it always goes up and down. So just keep doing it, you know.
Yeah. And it's just so much value in
And I feel like I should have done more content. I kind of slacked it this year. Not slacked it in a sense, but it's because I went to Rolling Loud and that took away so much of my time. Because I was making content for Rolling Loud and then all the recaps and all the bullshit that happened. It's in March. So
Yeah.
usually in that time, all those, I mean, maybe like, I don't know, 7, 8, 10, I don't know how many videos, but just on Rolling Loud, all those would have been 10 Coachella videos.
Yeah.
So all my attention kind of went away a little bit. So
You had lots of shorts too, which I thought were awesome.
yeah,
You had,
right
like,
now
little
we're
shorts.
dropping. I'm dropping as much as possible. I mean, I'm just trying, even dropping old shorts, doing new edits.
Yeah.
And then that's what's cool about these podcasts. So we'll be able to chop them up and add more shorts or more TikToks. And
For sure.
the one I've been slacking is on Instagram Reels. Like I'm good on my personal page, but I have my other page. I have like 20 Instagram.
I know. You got an Insta, a Finsta.
I can't keep up. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, it's too much
You
shit.
got like 4
But-
podcasts going on.
Yeah, it's just we need more structure. That way everything just works smooth, you know, because
Yeah.
it's right now it's kind of all over the place. But it's distribution, so we're gonna start pumping. Even if it's not Coachella season, we just need those videos out there because
Oh,
there's
for
some cool
sure.
moments. Because I know if I can make people comment on YouTube or something, there's something in those videos that people want to see. So I know we all recognize a good video when we see one. So there's some performances that are kind of whatever, but there's some certain shots or those mosh pits. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I even want to revisit the Parcher videos, bro, because there's so much there that I feel like people still haven't seen. Because I uploaded maybe some vlogs and we kept a lot of the raw out, but there's some shit that I could re-upload.
Oh
and
God,
create some
Power
cool-
Trip was so
yeah, we gotta
so good.
create more content and then just create more awareness to the brand and hopefully, you know, more shows that we do or whatever's our next adventure. So
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
that's awesome. Any new like festivals that you're gonna go to? Like anything coming up?
Concerts or festivals right now. So I mean, besides Coachella, I got signed up for the payment plan. EDC drops this week, $5 down, and then you get a monthly payment starts in July.
Where's it gonna be at? For
In
EDC?
Vegas.
Oh, it drops. Oh, I get it because
So
they just had it.
They
and
just
then
had it
they're
last
gonna-
weekend. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
$5 down to secure your spot, and then first payment not in June but until July. So you get a month to
EDC was crazy this year. I saw videos like insane. Like
I still never been.
like people catching people stealing phones.
Oh, I know.
I saw like the person. So we had a little Narcan spray that we got from another festival. They gave it to you for free because
Yeah.
they're trying to.
They gave us away at
promote.
Coachella too. I seen.
Yeah, and I gave it to. Oh, my lady gave it to him and said, "Hey, like use. You know, if you need to use this, just keep this in your bag. Just emergencies." He had to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to use it on somebody because somebody, you know, passed out or something.
Oh, fuck.
So it's just crazy to think like nobody, like people need to test. Make sure you're testing your drugs. You know, I mean, I'm not saying do drugs, but if you're gonna, you make sure you buy the testing kits from Amazon and you test them because you don't know what's in them and you don't know what. And even if it's a trusted source, you never know where something can
Get
in
glazed. And
yeah,
shit.
and it's just dangerous. I think more and more people are having issues. So it's
Yeah,
like,
that's just scary. I don't know.
yeah,
That's
very scary.
you gather that many people, shit's gonna happen. So yeah, no. So EDC, I'm thinking about it. I almost feel like I have to go next year. Just like I had tickets for last year's
I know you
EDC.
did.
I fucking paid them all year and ended up selling them at the end because I was too broke. It's because
Yeah.
fucking Coachella just ate up. So I want to prepare. And then this year I went to Rolling Loud. So I probably could have gone to DC, but I didn't go to
Yeah.
Rolling Loud. So it's like, goddamn, I only went to see the Mexican artists too, and then they got canceled and shit. So, yeah, so EDC, hopefully, I plan to go to that. And then Acrisure, there's Marca Registrada. It's this Mexican artist that's coming in this summer. There's Peso Pluma
I
coming to
want to go to
Acrisure.
Peso Pluma so bad. I need to come full circle.
And there's
watch
Peso
them.
Pluma the week after that in Vegas. And that's kind of want to go to that instead of watching them here. To be
Yeah,
honest.
get an Airbnb.
And it's Mexican Independence Weekend, so there's probably gonna be a big fight in Vegas at that weekend.
Oh,
So Peso
shit.
Pluma shows Thursday,
Yeah.
and Saturday's probably a big boxing
at the
match.
MGM.
Yeah, and then the whole weekend's just a party.
Oh crap!
I've only been to a big concert in Vegas, which was Kanye St. Pablo Tour 2016,
Oh yeah.
and I watched St. Pablo Tour in LA, and it doesn't even compare. Like the energy in Vegas is 10 times
It is.
better, bro. Because I was like, why is it better in Vegas? But it's like in LA or even here in Acrisure, you're gonna go to the show, and then you gotta drive home, or you Uber home, or whatever. A lot of people are working the day before, the day after.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go hard, but maybe you still got work or your family. But if you go to Vegas for a weekend, it's like you're gonna go to a concert. You're already in the mindset to party hardcore, and the next day you're in Vegas. So it's like the energy just 10 times. You know?
Your whole in Vegas, your whole what is it, circadian rhythm or whatever, like gets thrown off completely.
There's no clocks.
There's no clocks. You can't see what time it is. You go to an amazing concert. I went to Day in Vegas,
Oh,
which
yeah.
they have never brought back since. I even bought the next day in Vegas, and then they refunded all the money.
That was
they said
that was Golden
they
Voice
canceled it.
going against Rolling That, huh?
Yeah,
Hip
I
Hop
think
Festival.
so. And they canceled it, and then I was like, "Damn, dude!" But we were staying in a hotel. Everything was great, and it was perfect. Las Vegas was.
There's
awesome.
those two concerts, and then
Was it at the Vegas festival grounds that you went, like by Circus Circus?
no, it was at T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, T-Mobile Arena, yeah.
Yeah,
That's where
but
the hockey.
St. Paulo tour. Yeah, it's a like a Staples Center type.
Yeah.
like Acrisure type shit. Yeah, so that was that's where I might go if I go see Peso Pluma. It's either I'm not gonna go both. I wanted to go both, but that's too much. So it's either here or spend a little more money and have more fun in Vegas. So I'm still kind of deciding which route to take it. But there's Besa Mucho lineup just dropped. They had Shakira and all these Mexican artists.
Yeah, but
and I'm like, fuck.
is she headlining it?
Yeah.
Oh, then she doesn't need to.
She's headlining it, but the production in those festivals suck. So even if she does a good set, it's not gonna compare.
You went last year, right?
2022. I didn't go to the last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was last December.
Oh yeah, you did a bunch of content on it.
I might have done some stuff in the lineup, but I didn't go last minute. It was just like too expensive, or it was sold out.
Oh yeah.
So it sold out fast, and then I was like, it's kind of too sketchy, and I was like, I'm not gonna go. So I didn't go last year. Also, the sound wasn't the best, and it was kind of similar lineup. Yeah. So this year, at least they have Shakira, which is different, and
for sure
they have some sick artists. But I'm gonna try to get in there to work it, like on the video side, if I could get in there like that. But if not, I'm probably gonna skip it because I'd rather save that money to go to DC and maybe some Insomniac festivals. I kind of want to go to the end of the year. It's a New Year's Eve, like Alien, whatever, in San Bernardino. They do this like crazy Insomniac, like New Year's Eve event. It's a rave. And then they do the ball drop and everything, but everyone's just raving and shit. So I might go to that. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it.
What's really cool, now that you're mentioning Insomniac, actually during COVID, they had these drive-through things that you can do when everything was closed. And a bunch of my friends got in the car and we drove this SUV through this like whole light up, like they did.
And then you go Insomniac. It was like music, right?
Yeah, it was music bumping, and like you had it was miles and miles of lights and EDM music, and they showed all the different festivals like EDM, it would show like EDC, Insomniac, Nocturnal Wonderland, like all these different. Yeah. And I was driving through it, we're all like, whoa, and then we're just like. They give you glow sticks when you get to the front, and you have like light stuff, and you're like just like
that's sick. I remember seeing that. I didn't go to it, but I remember seeing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, no. Other than that, I don't think I have anything planned. More for next year because Coachella, and I'm probably going to Stagecoach too, and then EDC. So it's gonna be a lot next year. So. This year, maybe just at Peso Pluma, unless I get hired to do some free concerts.
That'd be awesome.
So the Fade, I got free tickets from Live Nation. This guy, shout out to the homie Jeff, he reached out. He's like, hey, if you're down to do a promo for Fade at Acrisure, we'll give you 2 free tickets. I'm like, fuck yes, I made a promo. Yeah. And I got some tickets. So hopefully, if I land more stuff like that, then yeah. But other than that, pretty much. Do you have anything planned?
Definitely. So I'm going to When You Were Young. We Were Young.
When is that?
It's in October.
That's a sick lineup, man.
October 19th, 20th, and the 20th. Or no, 18th, 19th, and then 20th.
Is that Vegas, right?
Yeah, it's going to have My Chemical Romance, all these different groups. Know. It's going to be Chiodos. Oh my God. Chiodos, guys. Chiodos. They broke up. And the lead singer they broke up. And oh my God, my lady never stops reminding me. We had tickets to Chiodos. I was trying to drive her, and I was in LA at the time, and I was in this traffic, and I kept getting lost. And she was like, you know what, forget it. I don't need to see them. Like, it's cool. And she got mad. Like, I could tell she was a little mad.
Yeah.
And so we never saw them. And then the band broke up.
Dang.
And I was like, what the hell, dude? It was one of her favorite. And I tried to make it up to her by buying her like a couple shirts from Hot Topic and all this stuff. And she was like, like I had a chance to watch them. And now they're going to do one of their biggest albums together at that concert. So it's going to be like all these good bands and, whatever. And it's going to be a lot of emo stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm down to watch it.
Yeah. It's not a phase, Mom. No.
I know. You're not
so you guys are going to...
I wish I was never born. Like you yell outside at your mom.
Yeah.
And you have your hair like this. I wish I was never born. It's crazy. But it's going to be cool. Man, Airbnbs are expensive. I'm trying to get...
How much are they over there?
Well, they're like Anywhere from like 600 to 1,000, but for the whole weekend,
Whole
500 is pretty good.
What about hotels? They're not cheap.
That's what I'm saying. I usually have the discount, but it's not
No?
working. It's like 300 a night, 200 a night.
Oh shit! What
So-
weekend?
For the October 18th through the 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have plans to go to that. I have the payment plan running for Coachella 2025, so I'm excited to see you there. I definitely Camp Flognog. Also,
you're going again?
I'm definitely going to go again because that one.
Have they announced anything?
No, but I know they normally it happens usually in November, so
They're
it's
announcing
coming soon.
Okay.
And I'm already.
You know,
on a
have you
payment
heard
plan.
rumors about something brewing here in the desert?
with who?
So I've gotten like 4 different people tell me that Golden Voice is planning a festival in October again here in the Polo Fields.
yeah, I've heard something, but I
But
don't
no
know.
details, like no genre. And I just heard
I can
rumors.
reach out. I could reach out.
I mean, we're gonna have to hit up our sources, but yeah, I've heard from 4 different people in different scenarios over the last like month. They asked me like, "Oh, have you heard about that festival? Or what do you know about it?" And everyone's kind of like talking
heard
about it, but no one
something-
knows anything.
Yeah, and it's not like a desert trip or a power trip. I don't think like it's
I don't
some other
think so.
trip.
Maybe something different.
Maybe a different
Some
trip.
Fucking the green trip. It's gonna be Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent, just other classic hip
Some
hop
kinda,
artists,
like,
Kanye.
Like some crazy
Bro,
trip.
I was saying that too. I'm like, okay, they did the 60s rock. Well,
Yeah.
now it's like 80s rock or 70s, 80s.
Yeah,
Now they could bring in like 90s rock bands.
yeah. There's so many people now that can come back and
Yeah.
be.
Or that's where they could bring Rage Against the Machine.
Yes, that's what I'm
Boom.
saying. I missed Rage.
Because I get them maybe not playing Coachella, you know, like, oh, new generation. But you come to
No.
that generation, fuck yeah, bro.
I
Pearl
think
Jam.
that was the perfect. I think Coachella's perfect for Rage Against the Machine. To be honest,
Yeah.
I would love to see a Return to the Desert Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
I would love
that
to.
would be
'Cause
iconic.
last-
So imagine we have Taylor Swift,
such a weird
Travis,
lineup.
Rage Against the Machine.
That's
bro.
so
What the
crazy.
fuck?
I know,
And crazy.
and it's crazy because Rage Against the Machine, like they get so political. So like I'm thinking, like when's the election year?
Oh, this year. So if we make it by next year.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If we make it past
to next
November.
year.
If we make it past November, we'll go to EDC next year.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, that'll be so. Yeah, hopefully, we'll find out if there's a festival in October. If that happens, I'm gonna be there no matter what. So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
And I'd like to see a couple of I like them bringing old bands back again. Like I'd
Yeah.
like to see like a Cypress Hill show up, like something like that. Like I've seen Cypress Hill get booked. Maybe like a System of the Down reunion.
Oh, dude. Well, they're doing 2 shows this entire year.
yeah. Slipknot did that crazy ass Pappy
What
and
the
Harriet.
fuck, bro. $9 tickets.
Oh my
I
God.
wish I was
and then they
there.
started a tour. And then they started a
Yeah.
tour after that. Oh, my
So System
God,
of a
dude.
Down, they only did Sick New World, and they're playing in August in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Only 2 shows, all United States.
Yeah, I know. That would be
So
a perfect.
bringing them in October, System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine,
Perfect.
Pearl Jam, My Chemical.
Oh, Pearl Jam still sounds the same too. I heard them recently and they sound the same.
Who else would be from the 90s? Fucking
I mean, they couldn't do a. Oh, damn, they can't do Nirvana.
Nirvana.
And Black Holes. They can't do whatever. What is it? Soundgarden, because not Soundgarden, but because they can't because Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Audio
I don't know-
Slave.
I don't know what other bands they could bring, but so whatever they do, I'm excited for that.
Me too.
But what else do you have? That's the
Yeah, I'm basically gonna watch those Camp Flognog, When We Were Young, Coachella next year. I definitely want to see. I kind of want to see Janet Jackson. That comes
Acrisure, right? Yeah, me too. That sounds something cool.
Yeah, I want to see that. I definitely. I mean,
Black Keys are coming and Kings of Leon. Too.
Yeah, Kings of Leon would be cool.
I saw my Coachella 2011.
Me too.
Yeah.
I did too. I remember that. I was standing on the right, and I was recording with my old ass phone too. It was so bad. The video was
we have a little
horrible.
video with a camcorder, but
Camcorder. Oh my god, it was a weird time.
yeah, no one. I have footage of them actually.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
They were singing "Sex on Fire," and I was like recording. It was so pixelated.
Yeah,
It
you
was the
can't even
worst.
see shit. Yeah, 2011 was sick, but okay, Adam. Well, Thank you for coming to the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, we could keep going all night, but
I know,
for sure. I think we gotta do another episode soon because this show say we'll continue to talk. Maybe if there's more breaking news of new festivals.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
for sure. I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I love communicating with you all anytime I hear something.
Yeah, no, well, for
And-
sure. Well, thank you for coming. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys hit up Adam on social media. We'll see you guys
Yeah.
next time.
All right, see you later.